What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this quick video, and today we'll be talking about MENACE badge. So with this one here, we'll talk about how it activates, like what types of sequences and which part of the chord can it activate. We'll talk about how long does the effect last, how much is the reduction, what's the relation with clamps badge, and a lot more. So make sure to watch the video fully so you can really fully understand how it really works. And by the way, if you haven't watched my recent videos yet, made a lot of good ones recently, so it would be really awesome if you guys can check it out. So now, let's get right into it. So now for the definition, while guarding and staying in front of an opponent, their attributes will drop if good defense is being played. There's a lot of gray areas in there, so I made a lot of tests, and here are the things that I found out. First one, for the badge to activate, you must get too close or crowd the dribbler. It can be through these smothering animations, or you can just get too close to the ball handler, or if the ball handler backed you down. And here you can see that if you're just standing there, badge will not activate, but the moment you got too close to the ball handler or have some sort of contact animations, that's the time badge will activate. Even you do a lot of dribbling in front of the defender, but the defender is not that close or doesn't have any sort of contact, badge will not activate. Next one, it only works outside the paint. And here you can see that if you're somewhere near the paint, it will not activate, which makes sense because MENACE is a perimeter badge after all. You can even see here that the requirement is perimeter defense. So while the ball handler is under that crowding animation or too close to the defender, that's the time its offensive attributes are being reduced. So now the question is, what attributes does it reduce? How long the effect can last? And what's the relation with clamps badge? Let's find out after these messages. So before we proceed, just want to invite you guys to like the video if liking so far. And if you're new here, I'm Shoots and I do lots of detailed testings on stuff like badges, attributes, jump shots, dribbling styles, and lots of other stuff. And I'm doing YouTube full time, so expect a lot of videos. Last year, I made like around 400 videos. So make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. Trust me, I got you covered for the whole year. So now going back, what's the relation with clamps badge? I know some of you might have the impression that it works with clamps badge, that will get you more cutoffs because when you do a cutoff, sometimes they activate together, but that's not true. The only reason why it activates is because after the cutoff, usually the defender will be right in front of you, which we all know it can activate MENACE if you're too close. In here you can see that yes, badge activated if the defender stayed, but if the defender walks away after that cutoff animation, badge will not activate. So it means that MENACE badge have nothing to do with that cutoff animation. It just happened that the defender stayed there. The effects of MENACE badge will be after that cutoff if the defender stayed there. Now, what attributes are being reduced and by how much? This one here is really hard to test, so I will just make a smart assumption. Obviously, when you say offensive attributes, that could be your ball handling, which involves how vulnerable you are from steals. You got pass accuracy as well, you got shooting, that could be part of it as well. And there could be some other things. And based on how 2K approach these kind of badges, usually when they say plus attributes, that's usually +1 in bronze, +2 in silver, and so forth. And that's how floor general and defensive leader worked. And I tested those badges last year. So I assume it's going to be the same thing here. -1 in bronze, -2 in silver, -3 in gold, and -4 on Hall of Fame. Next one, how long does the reduction last? For the test, I'm going to use momentum cross. And for those who don't know, if you have 61 and above ball handles, you can do it. And the moment it dropped to 60, you won't be able to do it. In here, Steph has 61 ball handles originally, which can do the momentum cross. And after that crowding animation, Steph can straight away do the momentum cross. Which means after you escape that MENACE animation, straight away you'll have your original rating back. Because if the effects were still there, then why Steph managed to momentum cross? So the effects of MENACE badge will only be there while you're under that crowding animation. So now for the recommendation, of course it depends on your build and playstyle, but for the most part, I don't think the badge is that useful. We all know in terms of defense, touching the ball handler like that doesn't really happen so much, and just in case you do, usually they're going to pass the ball anyway. And of course, they're not going to shoot. I think the only way that this badge can be helpful is if you guys try to blitz an opponent and attempt a steal on that crowding animation, because the ball handling will be dropped. Or maybe if the dribbler decided to pass the ball, your team gets more chances of intercepting the pass. But still, I'm not really that convinced that it's a good badge. The idea behind the badge is really good, to be honest. It's like a Pat Bev badge that when you crowd the ball handler, he's going to lose himself, like be intimidated, but it's not going to work on how the game is being played. But again, it all depends on you. Like I already broke down everything, like how it works. You can just decide yourself now if this batch will be helpful in your build and playstyle. So let me know what you think. So that's all for the video. If you guys like it, please smash that like button and please consider subscribing for more videos. And don't forget to drop by the channel for lots of other contents. And as always, stay safe and happy gaming, guys. Peace.